have had a lot of symptoms that I don't like, and I know that a lot of other people have had as well, like a low functioning thyroid or hypothyroidism, depression, adrenal fatigue, diastasis recti. All these things are common and I don't like it. I want to be able to wake up in the morning and be excited about what's to come and look forward to seeing my family and enjoy them throughout the day. Instead, I have had so many mornings where I wasn't even able to get out of bed, and I thankfully had a husband who helped with the family and really picked up and loved me in sickness, and cared for the family and cared for me.
Lay down, roll over. Roll over, put your contacts in. Open! Olivia, there you go, thank you.
I was depressed most of the day, and if I tried to do any kind of anything with my kids or family, I would lose my patience, which I don't even think I even started with any patience for the day, and it would end up yelling at my kids and eventually yelling at my husband by the end of the day. I didn't grow up in a family that yelled. Yelling did not occur in the house that I grew up in, and it was really frustrating whenever that was just my natural response. I felt like it was such a common thing around other moms that we all kind of just accepted it as okay, because we all struggled with it and nobody really had answers as to how to stop it, or even had the conviction to stand up and say, this is not okay, you should not be doing this. There was something deep down inside of me that knew the way that I was feeling and the way that I was acting was not okay. I believe in the Bible, and I believe what the Bible says is true. And as I'm reading, I read about things of depression and anger. Those are in there. But I also read about things of self-control and joy. If I believe that the Bible is true, I really want to believe every word that it says is true. But I just struggled with putting that belief into action and truly believing, really. As the train approached the time tunnel, Buddy forgot his fears while he and Tiny excitedly poked their heads out the window. The colored lights of the time tunnel rushed by outside the train. Something very humbling that happened while I was having my darkest of days of not getting out of bed. Hannah learned how to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches by herself for her younger siblings, and that was so hard because part of me was like, oh good, like my kids aren't gonna starve, and part of me felt even worse and just kind of perpetuated my situation of I am not even being a good mom right now, that I can't even get up and make my kids lunch, that my oldest kid, who's only 6, is now up making lunches for her siblings, and that makes me feel terrible, so I might as well just continue staying in bed. And it was so hard to watch. That looks yummy, Chloe. Take a bite. Oh, you just wiped peanut butter all over your outfit. I wish I would have been the one to teach her and show her how to make those. So as much guilt as I had over that, that has also taught me how capable kids are of doing stuff and how proud they are of being able to serve and help and be a key role in the family. And I hope that the lessons that I have learned and am learning, I will be able to teach my kids and others, so that way they can either get out of that hole quicker or don't even have to get into it. I started seeking out help from friends and family and professionals, and one of the things that stood out to me in the very beginning of this was a professional talking and saying, all these symptoms are common, but that doesn't make them normal. You don't have to accept your health the way it is. You can change it. That was what I was looking for, that I needed to hear that got me up and off the couch, up and out of the bed, and started to actually act on believing that things could be different. I started working with my doctor regularly. I was getting regular blood tests and getting on medication. He put me on a thyroid medication and later antidepressant. That was hard. That was hard to accept, that the level of help that I needed was much further than I wanted to accept. Along with working with my doctor, I was also working with my chiropractor, making sure that my body was aligned the way that it was supposed to so it could heal the way that God intended it to heal. And then I also one morning got a text from a sweet friend, and she texted me just saying, hey, the Lord has laid you on my heart this morning. I just want to let you know that I'm praying for you. So I texted her back and said, I'm dealing with this, this, and this, and this with my health. Pray for me in these areas. And she called me. There's this other health care place in town that our chiropractor had suggested to us. I hadn't yet checked it out, but my friend finally did. And she called me up to tell me how much healthier she feels. Just hearing her story about it, I was excited and I was determined that I'm gonna go to this place and I'm hopefully gonna be the right person to get help from this place. So this has been something new. I had a friend call me and was like, you really need to go here because my health has been completely changed around. And Melissa's really good at explaining what all she does when she's testing. And I think I started seeing results within like 2 or 3 weeks of coming.
So basically nutrition response testing is just a non-invasive method of testing what's going on in the body as far as nutritional deficiencies causing the organs and the glands and the tissues to not function properly. So we're looking at bacteria and viruses and different things that just get stored in the body that we have to assist with supplements to, and changing up the nutrition, of course, to help the body along to heal better. So the way the muscle testing part works is kind of like hypothermia. When the blood pulls from the fingers and the toes, the body's trying to save the core organs because those are the most important parts. So the muscle testing part, we're using the deltoid muscle in the arm. Wherever the muscle goes weak, that means that the organ that I'm stressing out is the organ that needs to be repaired or needs help. So that's how we're finding out what's going on in the body.
It's pretty cool. Like the first time I was in here, I was like, I think I could do this all day long and just like, let's keep testing everything. Covenant Natural Health or nutrition response testing has been amazing and has really been the game changer in how I'm doing. But all of these appointments and all of these answers and everything don't really do anything unless I follow through. Thankfully, my husband has been a great accountability partner when it comes to eating. He was actually the first one to want to make the shift and eat healthier. And one of those was cutting sugar out of our diet. We did let sugar slowly come back in for a period of time and realized how miserable it makes me feel. And so I've had to cut it back out completely again. But I couldn't have done that without my husband, without him being there, being an accountability to what I'm eating, what I'm bringing home from the grocery store. Yeah, that's been huge to have him by my side walking through this health journey with me. My short-term memory was pretty much non-existent, and that made life hard in the beginning when I was struggling with wanting to remember stuff. And then I finally just kind of accepted it, that I don't have a short-term memory. I don't know when it's gonna come back, so life just is what it is. But in those moments, I knew that if I was gonna get healthier, I had to create a system, or I had to buy a tool that would help me be able to stay on top of my supplements and my medications. So my tools for that were pill boxes, a crazy amount of pill boxes, but that's how much medication and supplements I had to start off with. And having the correct tools was a game changer because I couldn't remember if I had taken whatever supplements or medication or what I needed to take soon. And I needed something that I could concretely like put it all together and it would be there day after day. And it was just a really humbling thing that I really struggled with, and I hated seeing that I needed it. But now I look at it and I'm so thankful for it because it has meant health for me and it has meant a lot of positive changes. I am worth the hard work of getting healthy. But for me, those words are not bad. Hard work isn't a negative thing to me. Hard work is something that I want to be able to do and I want to be able to achieve. That yes, it is hard in the beginning, But once you do it and you're training yourself, there's so much reward from it. And so those words, hard work, aren't negative anymore to me. They're actually positive and they're really encouraging. It's been about a year since I've been doing hard work to try to change up my life and better my health. And there's been a lot of great changes. My memory is back, my short-term memory that I thought at one point I probably thought would be gone forever. My energy level is up now. I love being able to have energy at any time of the day to be able to drop what I'm doing and run around with the kids and have fun and interact with them and just enjoy being around them now. During the midst of all the hard days, there were times when I was not thankful that I was a mom. There were times that I was not thankful for the size of my family. Now I can look at my family and I can look at my days and I can be thankful for what God has given me. That is huge. That's probably my biggest change over the last year or two, has been just a gratefulness for what God has given me. I'm still on my journey to getting healthy and getting to my optimum place of health that I know I can achieve and that I'm seeking after. And there have been a lot of great pivotal moments in my life that have helped me get to the point of seeking and wanting that health. And one of those pivotal moments was my home birth with my daughter Olivia. That just opened up a door of making hard, good decisions that I knew that I needed to let myself heal from past events, and knew that if I could make this hard decision, this good hard decision, and make this better, then I can do even more after this. I just encourage you to go and check out that video of my home birth with my daughter Olivia. It's a conservative video, so you're not gonna see anything that you don't want to see, but you will be seeing the real labor and how hard it was to get to that point. But I am so thankful for that hard decision and the hard work that took, because it brought upon so much healing for myself. And I also have another video that talks about that process of making that decision and why we chose a home birth with our daughter Olivia. I'm excited for what's to come for my own health, and I'm excited for what's to come for your health, because you can too choose what is hard and do the work, because you are worth it. And together we can work together to make life better, so that later we can laugh at the days to come.